Hi guys, it's Becky, and it's been a couple of days since I got it, but I've had a busy couple of days. But I wanted to go ahead and open up and look at the beads that came in the December Beads to Live by Curated collections. Now, I subscribe to their 2-hole beads collection and their seed bead collection. They're two separate subscriptions, and it's basically a bunch of seed beads and 2-hole beads that Cassandra Spicer puts together and curates to make like a cohesive bunch of beads. And one of the reasons I love like bead boxes and these things that have been curated is because I get super overwhelmed when I am bead shopping and I don't know which colors of seed beads to buy. Like there's just so many pages and pages of all of these colors seed beads, and it's overwhelming for me. So having somebody else go through the trouble of saying these colors will look good together really helps me be able to then turn around and use them in projects fearlessly without worrying about whether or not they will go. And it looks like we've got silvers and whites and blues and purples and teals for our December bead box, or our December subscription. And these are just beautiful and gorgeous. So let's pull these out, and I'm gonna set these over here and zoom in a little bit so that we get a closer look at what we're looking at, and also to keep the autofocus from wigging out. So we're just looking at one thing at a time, and I'm going to go through the 2-hole beads first of all. And the shapes have been consistently the same for a long time for these 2-hole beads, and it looks like we've got some black telas. These are square beads with a hole that goes along one side of the square, two sides of the square actually, because they are 2-hole beads. And so we've got some black ones that are shiny, kind of a glassy finish. And then we've got some pyramid beads or stud beads, and these are also square, but they have this pointed end, and they're about the same size as the telas, and the hole runs along one side of each of these sort of pyramids. And this one is kind of a periwinkle color. It's like a purpley blue. It's really pretty, and it looks like it's got a nice matte finish on that. It's not shiny. And then we always get some 2-hole lentils, and the 2-hole lentils, they're like little lentil beads, but they have 2 holes in them. They look like a 2-hole button, basically. And this one has multiple colors. It looks like purple and aqua and a little bit of an AB finish, if you can see that. But yeah, there's definitely purple in here with that. Yeah, you can see that with the light behind it coming through. And then we've got silky beads, and I always say that silky beads don't get enough love. They are a square bead, but instead of running along the sides of the square, these holes go up so that it sits diagonally like diamonds. So they're not like a diamond duo or anything like that, which have more of an elongated point. They're exactly a square, but a square put on its side. And I've made a few tutorials using some silky beads that you can find on my channel, and I'll show you those. And these are a silver color, and I love this. This is great. This is perfect, like holiday time stuff, things like that you could probably make for some even some like New Year's jewelry or something like that. And then we always get some 2-hole dagger beads, and I love dagger beads. There are so many fun things that you can do with dagger beads. I like making cabochons with, or I like bezeling things with them and making them into like a flower or sunburst pattern. And these 2-hole daggers, and you can see there's the hole that it's on for being on there, and then there's this other hole that's below it. And these ones are like laser etched. And so the colors that we've got with these is we've got some purples, some dark blues, some teals, and this is gorgeous. This is perfect to go with so many of the other color palettes that we've been seeing in some of our bead boxes. Like that would go with this box from Sam's Bead Box so well. It would go with this box from Bargain Bead Box so well. I am probably going to be using these beads with those other ones. I'm just putting that out there now. So that's the 2-hole beads subscription. Now let's start looking at our seed beads. And there's 2 different types of seed beads that we get. One of them usually has a matte finish, and it's kind of a little more of a cylindrical shape. And then the other type usually has less of a matte finish, and the beads have rounder edges. So this is the first one, and it looks like we've got a nice blue, like periwinkle blue kind of color that goes really well with these pyramid beads. Like, it's almost exactly the same color, and it's a nice matte finish on these seed beads. And all the seed beads, by the way, they are all 11-ohs, and they come in these 10-gram packs, baggies. So it's a decent amount of seed beads. You can do a lot of projects with that amount, and you get 8 different bags of seed beads with this subscription. So that was the first one. Second one are these like kind of silver colored. Yeah, they're like a gray with a luster, so it gives off a silvery sheen. Luster finish, 11-ohs. These are great seed beads. Oh my gosh. Love these. But yeah, I love getting the curated collections because I get seed beads every month that I know will go together. And I like using them for different projects. I used some of last month's to make my eyeglass holder that I made once I got some of those. Okay, so here's another matte finish seed bead, and this looks like it's kind of a muted teal color. Like, it's not like a bright teal, it's more of a muted, like icy teal. And there's probably like an actual color name for this, but it's not written down anywhere, so I'm just describing it as I see it. That's going to go really well with some of the icy color palette things that we've got going on. Frosty teal, that's what I'm going to call this, frosty teal. And we've got some more matte ones, and these are unlined. Crystal, it looks like it's got a little bit of an AB finish. It's that matte AB finish. We've seen a lot of some of our other beads that have come along here. It gives it a really icy look for this type of bead. And that is our 4th color. Like I said, these are going to go really, really great with a lot of the bead boxes that we've gotten this season, because we've gotten a lot of like the blues and whites and silvers in there. And then this is a luster finish, and it is kind of a brighter teal color, but it's a light teal. Almost like a turquoise color. For this one. And so this is the second type. You can see it's got rounder edges on it. These are Miyuki's, I think. I forget the name of the other ones, the matte ones, but I love that we got 2 different types of finishes and 2 different types of seed beads in this subscription, because it really gives you more options, you know? And then this one is also the same type, but it is a darker teal. It's also got a luster finish. And this is what I mean by this is kind of a muted teal, and this one is the bright teal with the luster finish. Like, I know I've been like doing a project when I do my unboxings with these, but I can't stop thinking about those cabochons that I got in one of my other boxes, and I think I want to use these with that before I make anything else. So I'm probably going to do that. Now we've got purple. This is a very, very purple. It is not a cool purple necessarily. It's kind of a warm purple. It's this nice matte finish again for these seed beads. And it looks like we might have a little bit of an AB, but not too much of it. But that's going to pull out that purpley color that we got in these. And also this, and also these. Like they all go together. She just, I don't know how she does it. She just pulls it together. I like having colors picked for me. Especially when the person who's doing the picking is really good at colors. Like her taste is similar-ish to mine. So it works out pretty well. And then this is the last one, and we've got another, it looks like we've got a luster, but with an AB finish or an iris finish. Probably iris more than AB. And it's this dark blue with that iris finish. It's very peacock coating. So you get like the dark blues and the purples and the greens coming off in that reflection with that coating. And again, it goes really great with these. So yeah, so that is the Curated collection. And there's usually a check glass bundle that you can purchase separately, something that is a companion for your subscription. The last one that they did, it was for November and December, and I did pick that one up because it was going to be for both months. I'm just going to pull out the ones that I haven't used yet because I haven't gotten these off their strands. And there's usually the fire polish and then the pressed glass are the different ones that you can purchase, and you can see how well these go. If I scooch out just a little bit, you can see how well it goes with these. I mean, yeah, we've got like the reds, but those were in with last month's, the November subscription. But then you've got your icy blues, you've got some purples. This is a fantastic strand of fire polish that would go amazingly with these. And so would that. And so with these one hole lentil beads, these have a hole on one side of them, like that. So these definitely go and match with those. I actually did use a lot of those, the check glass ones. There were some other ones that came with that. There's some blue and clear crystal fire polish beads. And I didn't use all of them. I still have some leftovers, which I can pull out and go through for all of these. But yeah, so that's the Curated collections for December. And what I was talking about was that I can't stop thinking about this cabochon. So I'm not going to do a project with this in this video. What I am going to do is I had unboxed this yesterday, and they had these snowflake cabochons. I mean, tell me that these would not be just perfect to bezel with these colors, to bezel this cab and make it into like earrings with maybe some of these dangling from it, or something like that. So I'm going to actually use my Curated collection, and I'm going to use that to bezel this cabochon, and that's going to be in my next video. So look for that coming up, and we'll do that. But that's something that I can work on today while I am having a relaxing time, not doing any holiday things. And I hope you guys are having a merry holidaying time. Merry, happy everybody, and happy beading.